Hey, what's up? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to talk about the Roland Martin and Wendy Williams interview. So today, for those who didn't know, Roland Martin appeared on the Wendy Williams show, and the interview actually went exactly how I thought it was gonna go. You know, I think a lot of people thought that it was gonna be like some shade fest, or he was gonna come on there and read her to filth, and I figured it wasn't gonna go that way because first of all, they've already spoken on the phone. So all the bad air, all the ill feelings toward each other, they've already discussed it and put it out there on the table. So at this point, it's just more of a conversation for the world to hear. Um, I want to say that I think a lot of people, this is what I don't understand about people. Yes, I completely agree to a certain point that this was damage control for Wendy Williams. But at the end of the day, bitch, if I had a job like Wendy Williams where I was getting paid millions and millions of dollars and I was a number one talk show on daytime television and I had the world at my feet and shit started to get a little bit shaky because of what the fuck I said, you don't think I would try to fix it too? Like, a lot of y'all sound stupid. Like, I hate to say it, but that would be anybody. Anybody, when they're on the, when it's a chance you about to lose your motherfucking job, a good paying job at that, but you don't think you're gonna try to fix the situation before shit really goes south? So I think, of course, yes, I think she was trying to fix the situation, but I also think that when she sat down and thought about it, and whoever it was who got in her ear was like, "Girl, why did you say that dumbass shit?" I really think that she was like, "Bitch, why did I say this?" This is the problem with the whole thing that Wendy Williams said. Wendy Williams tried to play devil's advocate. That's what she tried to look at it from a white person's perspective. And I've told my friend plenty of times, everything does not need to have a devil's advocate. Everything does not have to be looked at it from the other point of view. Some shit, it is just what it is. So when Wendy Williams made that statement, she was basically trying to say, "Oh, if I was white, I could see how they could be offended," because basically her thing was they have HBCUs. So if I would, me being black, if they had HWCUs, then how would I feel? We have NAACP. What if they had all white organizations? They do is called KKK, bitch. How would I feel? I would be offended. So she was trying to say she could see how white people could be offended with us having HBCUs and NAACP, when it's kind of like, bitch, no, they shouldn't even be remotely offended. Bitch, if you look at some universities, bitch, the enrollment rate is 80 and 90% white people. Girl, that is a HWCU, bitch. So that's what Wendy Williams felt that, because she was trying to look at it from both points of view, and it's kind of like, girl, you can't look at it from a white person's point of view because, girl, it just don't make no sense, and it is what it is. I think one of the major problems at Wendy Williams, this actually was a blessing in disguise to me for Wendy Williams, and I'll tell you why. Wendy Williams, we all know, says what the fuck she wants to say. She said everything from this down to Rihanna needs a penicillin shot. I think with this and this whole new saying for the new season, have you noticed for the new season it's a say it like you mean it show? So I think when you have the number one talk show on television, when they call you the queen of media, when people listen to what you say, when your TV show shows in over 50 countries, I can honestly see how it can kind of go to your head a little bit. Even these big superstars who we talk about, you don't think they ever had to be checked before by a friend like, bitch, you doing too much now, bitch. You need to sit your ass down. I think it can be really easy when you have the world at your feet to think like, oh, I'm that bitch. I think when she tried to make the comparison, she really didn't think about the backlash. I honestly think she just thought that I'm Wendy Williams, I can say what the fuck I want to say, and then when she said that shit, we was all kind of like, what the fuck this bitch just say? What the fuck is this bitch trying to say? I really don't think she thought she couldn't have thought about the backlash. Or even if she did, even if she did, I think it could have just been one of those. I'm Wendy Williams, and I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. And I think another thing too is, honestly, if Wendy Williams would have said that, made that statement before Trayvon Martin, before Eric, before all these black men, being killed, and I think if she would have said that before the racial tension in this country was so high, I think Wendy would have got away with that shit. I would have been pissed off. I think some of us would have been pissed off, but I don't think it would have been as major as it is now, because you got these black people. You got these black people being murdered by the police. Girl, she questioned Jesse Williams' speech on the BET Awards. So it's just like, and then on top of that, you got a black woman who's married to a black man who has a black son. And let's just keep it 100. Wendy Williams' husband does not look corporate America, if you get what I'm trying to say. Girl, at the end of the day, girl, he looks like that person who, girl, they say will rob you. Girl, I'm just keeping it 100, girl. So for her to make a comment like that, for her father and her brothers to graduate from HBCUs, for them to be members of Alpha Phi Alpha, which are black fraternities, for her mother and her sister to be members of Alpha Phi Alpha, not Alpha Phi Alpha, Alpha Kappa Alpha, AKAs, those are black sororities. So it's just kind of like, for you to have all these members that are part of these black organizations, and for you to say something as asinine as that, it was just kind of like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, I know this dumb hoe just didn't say this shit. So yeah, I think a lot of people were just like, okay. And like I said, and I think with that, with her being a black woman and having this black background with her family and stuff, and then for you to say some ignorant shit like that on television while all this shit is going on in the world, I think that's what really did it for Wendy. Again, like I said, if she would have said that shit probably, before Trayvon Martin, before all these deaths started happening, I really think that she probably could have got away with that shit, honestly. We'll never know, but again, like I said, I think this is probably the best thing for Wendy Williams, because I think it really did bring her down a couple of notches. Like, damn, bitch, like they said, like, you mean as shit. She really needs to practice what she preaches, because she, she's quick to say, kitchen table talk. Wendy, even if Wendy did think that was the truth, even if she didn't think anything was wrong with what she said, she shouldn't have even said it. She should have saved that for a conversation. It's certain stuff you only talk about with your motherfucking friends. You know what I'm saying? It's certain shit you don't say around certain people. Now, I got friends. We'll say some shit around each other. But, bitch, I guarantee you, when we walk at them doors, bitch, that conversation is dead. It's some shit my friend done told me about certain topics that I would never repeat. And I know it's certain shit that I done told my friends that I know they ain't gonna never repeat. Because we know that shit is low-key ignorant, and that may be what we believe in, but we also know that we can't go around saying ignorant shit either, even if that's what we believe in. So yeah, I think that's something, Wendy Williams, she really needs to practice what she preaches with this whole kitchen table talk. Because that was really kitchen table talk. Baby, that was kitchen table talk to the fullest. And again, like I say, I'm just repeating myself now. I'm good. I'm glad this happened to her, because now it knocks her down a couple of pegs, and now she knows that people are not playing. And when people start playing, when you start losing money, when you start losing sponsorships, bitch, that means a lot, bitch. So I'm glad she caught wind to what the fuck was going on, and she called that man and was like, "Girl, look, we need to sit down, because a bitch about to lose her job, and this is a good paying gig, and I'm not about to lose this job over some stupid ass shit that I said." I think her apology was genuine. I really do. I think that she sat back and thought about it, and I really think that she knew that she had fucked up. But other than that, the interview was great. I love Roland Martin. I just actually became a fan of his, just a couple of weeks ago. Well, first of all, I don't have cable, which that's not an excuse. But he's really smart. It really motivated me. And another thing I want to say too, black people, stop acting like you can recite everything from the beginning of black life all the way up until now. Y'all kill me with this, Wendy is 50 years old, she should know better. Regardless she's 50 or 20. Bitch, we should all know a little bit black history. Bitch, a lot of stuff that he said today, bitch, I didn't know. I was like, okay. Roland Martin had his black ass on television breaking shit down. So stop trying to act like, oh, because Wendy is 50 and we 20 or 30 or 40, that we supposed to get a pass. At the end of the day, knowing black history is knowing black history, regardless of how old you are. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's all I got to say. I love Roland Martin. Very smart man. He really motivated me. Girl, he just motivated me to want to know more. So yeah, Roland Martin has a new fan. I'm not pissed off at Wendy no more. And it's all love.